Hey there, welcome back. Well, today we're looking at two new Sonoff minis. Both of them operate on Zigbee, both of them offer a power monitoring, and one of them has a relay as well. We're going to play with them, and I'm going to show you how to connect them up to Home Assistant using both ZHA and Zigbee to MQTT. Now, just to be upfront, Sonoff did give these devices to me free of charge, but they've not paid for this, and there was no control over what I'm about to tell you. The ZB1GP is designed for use behind wall sockets, and the ZB1GSP is designed for use behind light switches. Both of these support 16 amp loads. The power meter is selling at $15.90. It comes in a flame retardant PC material, powered by a Silicon Labs MG21 chip, 16 amp output power, and 2-year warranty. This is great for monitoring the power of things like fridges, dishwashers, or washing machines. Using a power monitor like this where there's no relay connected means you've got no chance of switching off your fridge and losing all your food. It also works as a Zigbee router, so it'll improve the strength of your Zigbee mesh. The Sonoff Mini 1PM includes the power monitoring as well as switching ability. The detached relay enables us to control smart bulbs without the chance of someone else going and turning it off so that you can't control the bulb anymore. These devices can be used with Apple Home if you have one of the Sonoff Matter bridges. The relay unit includes a pairing button, a display LED, we have neutral and live coming in, then we have 2 lives out and a switch input. The device that does power monitoring only is absolutely tiny. You've got a neutral and live in and then your live out. I've wired the device up and connected it to Zigbee to MQTT in Home Assistant. As you can see, we've got control over the state of the relay. We've also got power on behavior for that relay. We can control the network indicator light on the device, as well as a turbo boost mode to improve the Zigbee range. We've got inching control. This basically means that once you turn the relay on, it can automatically turn off after a certain number of settings. We've also got a delayed power on, so this means that it will power on after a certain time. We can control the external trigger modes as well. Then you can see here that currently my load is consuming 65.51 watts or a current of 0.5 amps. We can see our voltage as well. Now, something new on this device that I haven't seen before is this power protection, where you can actually control the amount of power draw after which it will actually cut power to the device. So this is pretty cool. You can control it either via amps or via watts, and we've also got a maximum power in voltage as well as a minimum voltage control. So I'm going to test this power protection now. So I've set the maximum power to 44 watts, and as you know, this load is over 50 watts. So if I now press that on, we'll wait and see if it will cut out and protect the load. So there we go. You'll see it went up to 60 watts and then it cut out to protect the load. That's pretty cool. Now I'm going to put it back into pairing mode, and I'm going to try and connect it up via ZHA. So we'll go to Devices and Services, Add Integration, add a Zigbee device. The light is flashing. Let's see if it'll pick up with ZHA. There we go. It's found the device in ZHA. So using the device in ZHA unfortunately doesn't seem to be too great. We can control the relay, but for some reason or other, our power monitoring doesn't seem to be coming through. Now we'll go and have a look at the device that monitors power only. So we've got control over the network indicator, and we can also control that turbo Zigbee mode. You can see here we've got our power monitoring, so 66 watts as well as current and voltage. Now having a look at it within ZHA, once again we're getting no power monitoring coming through over here. The bizarre thing is that it actually has a relay control over here, even though this device doesn't have a relay. Overall, I think these are really cool little devices. Obviously, having power monitoring only is great for things like fridges that are absolutely critical. You don't want to be switching power off and losing all your food while you're away on holiday. I also really like that feature whereby you can actually control and limit the maximum power or maximum voltage that a certain unit can draw. So overall, I really like these little relays. Zigbee is super easy. They're pretty affordable. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.